openly advocates the denial of human rights to thousands of people in desperate need of our country's help and assistance. In my view, this is scandalously selfish. Rejection of entry into Britain would be tantamount to condemning many asylum seekers to death, because asylum is a mountain of death. Many asylum seekers have fled war-torn countries such as Congo and Liberia in Africa. Had it not been for Britain's policy of granting asylum seekers residence, 81 refugees from the African states of Liberia and Congo would have faced certain death in their conflict-ridden homelands. The refugees included families with young children who have since been living in refugee camps in neighbouring countries. Many of them have endured further attacks in their country of refuge. Most of the women are survivors of rape and torture, while others have witnessed the murder of family members. Home Office Minister Des Brown said, Britain has a proud history of offering a safe haven to those fleeing terror and persecution. However, the government doesn't always show such compassion towards people in desperate need. Amnesty International, one of the major human rights organisations, reported how our government forced failed asylum seekers to return to the capital of their country, Mogadishu, in Somalia. It is well known that Mogadishu has widespread violence in a city that continues to claim the lives of hundreds of civilians every year. As a result of the fighting, thousands of people have been displaced from their homes, while armed factions have looted, raped and murdered. Is it right that fellow human beings must be sent back to such bloodshed? I dare anyone here in this same situation as one of these poor Somalis to say, sorry, you can't come into our country, you don't meet our criteria. According to available Home Office statistics, around 74% of asylum seekers come from countries where conflicts are currently occurring. My second point relates to the morality of giving asylum. I think I am on safe ground when I say that all of us here are in a very privileged position, meaning that we are financially and physically secure. Our parents have good jobs, we have enough money, and we have secure homes. However, millions of people that are not in this privileged position. Asylum seekers are at the sharp end of these statistics. Many of them come from countries ravaged by conflict, war, natural disaster, disease and poverty, where they struggle to survive. When these people seek safety in our country, it is our duty to accept them. What right do we have, as people born in such fortunate circumstances, to ignore the needs of those who seek safety? We are all equal on this earth, male, female, black, white, Muslim, Christian. Many people who are against asylum seekers coming into our country say that they're merely here to feed off our welfare system, to partake in crime and even terrorism. Nevertheless, in holding such prejudices towards thousands of people, we are explicitly denying them their dignity and their rights as human beings to live a happy, fulfilled life. What we must remember is that their human rights are not respected in their own countries, which is why they come to countries like ours. My third point is about our common humanity. The mark of a civilized country is how it treats the weakest and most vulnerable members of the community. We are part of a global community, joined together by our common humanity and our compassion for those in need. In 1951, countries across the globe signed the UN Convention on Refugees, as the opposition stated, which covered the fundamental human rights of refugees. If we as a nation were to outlaw the entrance of asylum seekers into the UK, we would in turn be forced to pull out of the 1951 Convention. This would cause irreparable damage to our country, as well as encouraging other nations to pull out. This would undermine the worldwide system, leading to a new era of selfishness and barbarism in the world. The number of refugees in Europe is half what it was just a few years ago. But if countries such as Britain pulled out of the Convention, numbers would rise as that many more rejections would occur. We would be deeply impoverished as a culture if we did not grant asylum to those in danger of their lives. We would be diminished as human beings if we failed to display the qualities and virtues which make us human. To deny other people the human rights of safety, freedom, respect and dignity would be a gross dereliction of our duty, a shameful slur on our character, and most of all, a derogation from our call to establish justice for all human beings. Thank you.
I'd like to thank all the speakers for offering so far, and invite you to be entertained by James Stout and Pamela Chris while you think about what's being said, consider all the points, and hopefully weigh up what you think about the merit of each argument, or you'll be asked to listen again and vote.
Madam Chairman, perhaps we should have the floor debate before we have the interlude.
That's what we're going to have. The camera now. Okay, yeah. I think that perhaps we should have the floor debate.